Frau, begin the countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Frau, begin the countdown to 30.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26.
You know what? When the doors close, just say go. Better.
Go!
Okay, welcome back to the CNO Show. I am very excited about our next guest. She plays the role of the supervisor in the Walt Disney animated film Mars Needs Moms, out in theaters today. Be sure to check it out. Mindy Sterling joins the show. Mindy, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. So I've got a 10-year-old brother and an 8-year-old sister, so I'm definitely going to check out the movie. Tell us what I can expect.
Well, that's the perfect age, number one. Well, this is, it's not animation. This is something called performance capture. And what this is all about is the actors get to actually perform it and act it, and then all of these cameras pick up and capture every movement, every facial expression, and then it is, transposed into what seems like an animated film.
Was that something they started in Avatar? Did they do that in Avatar?
Well, they did Avatar. They did. I think it started in Polar Express.
Okay.
So, and there's so many films that are now taking that on. Avatar obviously is the big one, but it's very similar and probably almost exact. And each time they make one of these films, it just gets technically even better and stronger. But yeah, it's that kind of same image.
Now, again, you play the role of the supervisor. Is that another villain role for you, Mindy?
It is. I know. Everybody's going to think I'm just a hideous, horrible
What is with
woman.
that? Why do you always get the heel role?
It's so funny. My son says to me, "Mom, you just do that well." So I have no idea, but yeah, pretty much I'm the supervisor, and I am, without a doubt, ruthless and hideous looking because I am an alien. And I've come to the realization that these hatchlings that pop up from Mars are being raised by these. The nannies, they're robot nannies, and
it's not good enough.
Yeah, it's not good enough. So I'm on the quest of finding the mom that really depicts and has the feeling of having structure and discipline, and yet at the same time is loving to their child. And so I look for the perfect mom, and and bring her to Mars.
Now, I'd be remiss not to mention your role as Dr. Evil's maniacal baby mama in the Austin Powers movies, but were you just how did these bad guy roles come to you? Did people just look at your face and say, "Wow, she looks like she'd be good at being mean," or how did this come about?
Well, I think when you do one successful role that gets certainly a lot of attention, everybody from then on wants you to recreate it or wants you to do a version of it.
Right.
So I think I got on that course. And I have to say I do have that in me for whatever reason, and I'm not like that at all. I love to do sweet
You
roles.
seem
I
very
love
nice.
To do warm. Yeah, I really am. So, but let's face it, these kind of roles are really fun to do.
Right. So speaking of baby mama, your fictional son, Seth Green, was another actor involved in this movie. What was it like being able to work with him again?
Well, first of all, I love, just being on the set with him and hanging with him. We really did not work together that much.
Oh.
I think there was like one or two little scenes. So I didn't really get to spend that much time with him. But when I was, and being on the set, he is a gift. He's just wonderful. And he's so adorable in this film. And he plays a kid, and everything he does to me, I can see Seth do it. And, he's so capable of doing anything, so he's wonderful in this.
Right. I know you've been featured on a couple of episodes of his show, Robot Chicken. Do you guys always just keep in touch with each other?
You know what, we do. We do. He is, he's so lovely, and I can, get in touch with him at any time, and he gets right back to me. We do. We have a very special connection, and I couldn't be happier for him. He recently got married.
Oh, wow.
He looks, I've never seen him look so good and so happy. And he's really one of the hardest working actors, producers, writers in Hollywood.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah.
What's it like working on Robot Chicken? I mean, obviously a lot of planning and production goes into the show, but it's so random and out of nowhere, Do you guys ever improvise and say, hey, actually, let's try this. Maybe this would work?
Well, they take their time writing stuff, but, he may change it, along the way as well. But there's not a lot of improv because, it's they've got a time value to it and a story. So we, you pretty much stick to the scripts, but, if you have an idea or if you want to bring it up, I'm sure that he's open to it. I just have not used my improv skills on it.
I see. Well, back to the Austin Powers movies. I mean, those are obviously some of the funniest movies I've ever seen. What was it like being on the set for that movie? I mean, how in the hell could you keep a straight face?
Well, you barely can't. I mean, the minute the director yells cut, even everybody in the crew, you start to giggle and breathe again. It's hard because Mike was so funny and he's so. He just goes off, and you have to follow him.
Well, speaking of Mike Myers, I mean, he kind of has this Eddie Murphy thing going on where he likes to dress up and play multiple characters in movies. It was wild to watch in the movie, but was it even crazier to see behind the scenes?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's always much more interesting to see what isn't captured on camera.
Right.
And, and he is. He's just so playful. And so that really, behind the scenes, is where the magic happens, too.
You've done a lot of work for Disney and kids shows in general. I know this not only because I did my research, but because I'm immature and watch the Disney Channel way more than I should. It looks like you get to have a lot more fun working on those types of programs, though. Is that the case?
Well, first of all, I love kids. So I love playing with kids. I love watching kids. I love, everything about them. So for me, it is. It's, I get to be a mentor. I get to kind of be at their level. You can be goofy. A lot of times kid shows, you don't have to make sense out of it. It just has to be funny. and once again, I'm usually the villain on the kid show.
Judge Foodie, I believe, from That's So Raven.
Oh, for gosh,
Am I right?
That was a long time ago.
Okay, so you've obviously done a ton of movies and TV shows. What role do you think you get recognized for the most?
Well, right now I would say Austin Powers and iCarly.
Really? What's like a common thing that people say to you when they meet you?
Well, a lot of kids will come up to me and it's like, "Are you on iCarly?" Yeah, I mean, they know.
That's awesome.
And you get kids that sort of stalk you, and and they're like, I don't know if and it's so cute to watch them out of the corner of my eye, like, talk to their parents or talk to their siblings or their friends, and when are they going to come up? When are they going? Oh, then I saw them on that aisle, and here they. It's
That's hilarious.
So lovely, yeah.
That's great. Okay, well, Mindy, you're not on Twitter or anything like that, are you?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, someday maybe I will, but right now it's like I'm anti-Twitter because I think it's silly, and yet everybody says, Mindy, you have to be on it.
Well, when you eventually decide to go on, I'll be your first follower.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
Okay. Mars Needs Moms is the movie. It's out in theaters today. Be sure to check it out. Mindy Sterling, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.